Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Last Tree. And this is from writer-director Shola Amu, and this is about a young man who started his life basically being raised by, and this is a young black man being raised by a white woman, and then one day his real mother comes and wants him back, takes him to live in the city, and then he grows up as a teenager dealing with that city life, having to do a lot around the home, and dealing with the fact that, he could have had this other life, his thoughts on that, trying to stay out of trouble, and thinking about the father that's not in his life. And this film is very much just a human drama. There's no big plots, there's no big plot threads. It's just a young man dealing with some potential things in his life based off of who was raising him, who could have been raising him, who's missing from his life, the influences in his life, whether it's a teacher or a coach, and thinking about that lack of a father figure in his life. And really, when you have a film like this, it's really about how the film's structured, how it's brought to fruition, how it's realized, and how it's performed. And because the film has standard plot threads that you would expect, and the film never goes specifically in a story way that's unexpected. It kind of hits the points that you're expecting as this film progresses, but the performances are really strong. And specifically, Samuel Adewunmi, who plays our young character Femi as a teenager, has to do a lot of lifting. And his interactions with his peers, his interactions with men who want to get him in trouble, these emotional moments that he has with his mother, who's played by Bimusala Ikumelo, who has moments where she's very much a larger-than-life mother figure in his life, and she really wants to make sure he's doing what he's supposed to be doing in terms of chores, and especially when he's a kid and first moves back in with her, it's a very different expectation because he was treated like a kid in the home that he was in before. And now he's being treated like an adult and has to pull his weight. And she really wants to get him a father figure, and she has all these expectations for his life that he doesn't have for himself. And there's tensions between him and his mother. And the performances are very strong, and how those scenes are acted really make them work. And also how our director, Amu, chooses to portray some of the scenes. There's one particular scene towards the end of the film that's a really important scene in terms of the progress and the growth of our main character. Having a meeting with this one particular character, and the way that the director chooses to present the scene, a lot of a hanging shot of just this young man waiting, and everything else moving around in this foyer, this living room around him. And even the way that the scene is presented with this person he's waiting to meet is presented in a way that feels very distant, and we get that feeling because that interaction is. And there's never really that connection that he was hoping to have. And this film is beautiful. There's particular shots that, especially when he was still living in, outside of the city, looking out onto fields in the sun, it's gorgeous, and you can tell why that character misses that life when he's taken out of that situation. And in general, this is a well-done drama, well-structured drama. It hits some standard points throughout, so it's not something that you're going to be totally surprised by but it's well crafted, it's well told, and it's well acted. And I think that's the most important thing for a drama like this to stand out. This might not be one of the best films of the year, but The Last Tree is an affecting and quality drama, and I think it's worth your time. Streaming now, it's on Amazon, so I would recommend it. Go check it out. But those are my thoughts on The Last Tree. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.